What's for lunch?
Illness.
Did you catch that?
Illness. Sandwich.
Listen carefully to the memory verse.
The Lord has told you what is good. He has told you what He wants from you, to do what is right to other people, love being kind to others, and live humbly obeying your God. Micah 6:8.
Guess the missing word. Versus battle. Paddleball. Do you remember this song?
Try to set an example like I'm in class and I'm answering questions right. We confess we are blessed by the hands of Christ. Trying to be a lighthouse, not a candlelight. So we new kids springing up. Show the world with this news that we bringing up. Dudes are confused because we usually sing it, but it's all about God. Who we believe and trust.
What's for lunch?
Wow.
Did you catch that?
Wow. Waffle.
Yum.
I know you made me. I know you love me. I will keep my eyes on you. You give me purpose, though I'm not perfect. I will keep my eyes on you. You have a plan, and it's possible that you could use me to do great things. You make my life unbelievable. You have a plan, and it's possible that you could use me to do great things.
In this series, we've been traveling through time to learn about a man from the Bible named Joseph. Last week, we left off after the king of Egypt, Pharaoh, had some strange dreams. Have you ever had a strange dream before? Pharaoh knew his dreams meant something important. Joseph was really good at interpreting dreams, so Pharaoh sent for him immediately. Joseph got cleaned up and put on new clothes. Remember, he was in jail. When he went to see Pharaoh, he said to Joseph, "I had a dream and no one can explain it. I hear you can explain dreams." Joseph said, "I can't do it, but God will give you the answer that you need." Give a thumbs up if you think Joseph was being humble. Right, Joseph was humble because he gave God the credit. Pharaoh started explaining his dreams to Joseph. They were very odd. In the first dream, Pharaoh was standing at a river. Out of the river came 7 fat cows. Do cows live in rivers? No, of course not. They're not fish. But in the dream, 7 fat cows came out from the river and ate grass. Then, 7 really skinny cows came out of the river. What do you think happened to the cows next? Those are some good guesses. The 7 skinny cows ate the 7 fat cows. Crazy! And then Pharaoh woke up. In the next dream, there were 7 healthy stalks of grain and 7 dry stalks of grain. The dry stalks of grain swallowed up the healthy stalks of grain. Pharaoh was so confused. Those were some pretty strange dreams, and he wanted to understand them. With God's help, Joseph understood the dreams. Joseph told Pharaoh that both of his dreams actually meant the same thing. Joseph explained that God was trying to show Pharaoh what he was about to do in real life. It was kind of like Pharaoh was getting to travel to the future. According to the dreams, the 7 fat cows meant that there would be 7 years with plenty of food for everyone. Then the 7 skinny cows meant that there would be 7 years with no food. Let's hold up a 7 so we can remember how many years. Good job, guys! Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing to not have any food for 7 whole years? Right, it's a bad thing. But Joseph had an idea. Because there would be plenty of food for the first 7 years, Joseph said they could save some of the food and store it. That way, there would be enough saved up to eat when there was no food left. Pharaoh loved Joseph's idea. In fact, he loved it so much that he put Joseph in charge of all of Egypt. Pharaoh could tell that Joseph was very wise and very trustworthy, and that God was with Joseph. So Joseph became the second in command. Show me a big smile if you think Joseph was happy about this big new job he had. Those are awesome smiles. Joseph was probably very happy about it. Joseph had gone from being a slave that was thrown in jail to being in charge of all of Egypt. Joseph could have let it go to his head and bragged to everyone about how powerful he was, but instead he stayed humble. Joseph even left the fancy palace and started traveling all around Egypt. He worked hard collecting food so that others wouldn't starve when there was no food. Joseph was thinking of others more than himself. This is exactly what God wants for us too. Just like Joseph, we can think of others before thinking of ourselves. This is what it means to live humbly.
Hey guys, I've been dying to show you this. All-state, first place, best in show, world champion, winner of the year. Yep, that's me. For some reason, I'm really good at inventing stuff, and I love winning. It's been so hard for me not to post some of these selfies I've taken with this bad boy. I would love to brag about this accomplishment, but I'm trying to dial it back a bit. You know, bragging is a way I let winning go to my head. I start to think I deserve something more than someone else does. Joseph was great at doing a lot of things, but he learned he shouldn't brag about it. Let me show you what I mean. Joseph was really great at interpreting dreams. Pharaoh, who was sort of like the king of Egypt, heard about Joseph and how he helped the wine taster understand a dream he had while he was in prison. So Pharaoh sent for Joseph to be brought to him at once. Joseph got all cleaned up with some new clothes and a fresh shave. He went to see Pharaoh, who said, "I've heard that when you hear a dream, you can explain it." Joseph knew that he couldn't explain Pharaoh's dream alone, so he told Pharaoh, "I can't do it, but God will give you the answer you're looking for." Right away, Joseph admitted that God was the one who deserved the credit for what Joseph could do to help Pharaoh. Pharaoh then started telling Joseph about his two dreams. They were pretty bizarre. All you need to know is there were 7 skinny cows eating 7 fat cows, and there were 7 heads of dry grain eating 7 heads of healthy grain. It was a big mess, but not for Joseph. He told Pharaoh exactly what the dreams meant and what was about to happen. Here's the deal. There were going to be 7 years with a ton of food, and then 7 years where there would be none. After telling Pharaoh what these dreams meant, Joseph had a great idea. He told him to save up as much food as possible over the next 7 years so there would be enough food for the following 7 years. Pharaoh liked Joseph's idea a lot. He knew that God was with Joseph and put him in command over all of Egypt, second only to Pharaoh himself. Can you imagine being able to interpret dreams? That would be so crazy. It would be easy to let all of that power go to your head, but God wants us to live humbly. Joseph was humble because he gave God the credit for interpreting the dream. That's what God wants from us too. We need to remember that God wants us to live humbly.